You have our next video to make here. Well, first time we seen this kind of TV, this is our Envision. That is why you see Mac on it Envision. Alright. It is a LCD 32-inch. Right? This is our LCD TV, right? Nice. So we will plug on this TV. See what this TV doing. And now see a red light blinking there. And I always seem to be going on. Just a red light, just blinking, that's all. Just blinking. Non-stop, just blinking. Okay. And nothing else just seem to be going on, but just the red light keep blinking, keep blinking. Okay. Well, alright. Well, we go open up the back of this TV and we'll get back to Ole. And Ole will see what is the problem going on with this TV, right? So, Jiggaman, we go in and see if we could fix this TV. Ole don't know. We are looking to fail on no work today. At no time, neither. So we go in and see what's going on with this TV, right? So we'll get back to all here when we open the back cover of that TV. Right, so this is inside the LCD TV here now, right? Now LCD TVs does last very long, so this will be one spot very long, right? Now this TV have some good time, you could see that, right? Now this board here is the inverter board, right? This board here is the inverter board, right? And this board does run the backlight, the LCD lights. This is not LEDs, this is not LEDs. This is LCD, right? Now you're seeing what's going on with this TV. This red light just keep blinking, blinking, blinking. So this showing here blinking all the time means it's a power supply issue, not a main board issue. Right? This is the main board here. Right? So this is not a main board issue, but that blinking of that red light here. So that will be a power supply issue. Right? So this power supply here is going to change most of these filters and them on this power supply here, because that is what have this power supply running like it did. Right? So it is going to change most of them filters. You see how this one blow up here? This one blow up here. So that could tell you the smaller ones in the bottom dry, because these have some long time these caps in them have. You see how they're looking? They're shaky. Once you see they're shaky, so yeah, problems. Right? So what we're doing to do with this board now, we is going to take out this board, clean out this board, and change the capacitors on them on it. Right? And we will clean out the main board after and then test back out this board to make sure we do our good work on this board, right? So he's going to take out this board now to start to work on this board. So we'll get back to all here when this board out of the TV. So this is the board here, right? We now get a little clean up and thing. So what he's going to do here now is going to replace this cap here. He's going to replace this one first. Replace this one. All of them. We're going to replace them now, right? So stay tuned for when we finish replace these caps on them here, and then we have our other work on this thing, so you all will see that too. Alright? So that is the mission here. This board, yes, because the board in a bad condition. If you take a look in the bottom, you will see what I mean. The board in a very bad condition. Watch how much cool soldering joints. See how much cool soldering? Real plenty cool soldering. See that? All is cool soldering. All is cool soldering. All is cool soldering. All is cool soldering. Seeing that? So that is the length of time this board have, right? So we ain't doing no testing, as I say. We are doing no testing so far, and them work on them we do this morning. We working and we are doing no sort of testing because we already know what is the problem with these things, right? So today again, We make no tests as yet on this board unless we change all them bad capacitors. We will change them and then start to do a test on the board from the bottom on this side. Right, so you've seen all these shorts on them here. Had to take care first to get a good reading on this circuit. Right, so stay tuned for when we take out these filters on them here. These filters on them really bad. As you can see, that bus swell and the rest could be dry. Alright, so he's going to resolder some of them cold joints on there. Yep. We have to get that soldering because that will cause an issue when after a repair. That will cause an issue. So you shouldn't be wasting any time at all. And you should be doing that. Because that is a must. Because your work will go in vain. Because you will still get problems if you resolder them dead joints and them like that. Them soldering crack. So that is crack soldering joints. So that come like a short on the circuit. So no matter how good you fix that and you reflow that, you're just creating more problems. Yeah. And it's your quick and slick Jiggaman doing this thing. Proper thing. Alright. So you have to have a good soldering iron. Number one, you have to have a good soldering iron. Not no fancy thing. Just a good soldering iron to do your work. Right? Once you have that tool there, you don't have to be no best soldering iron. Once it is working good, that is what you want. Right? And Jiggaman in this thing here is now. And not in this thing now. So tools, yeah. I know about tools now. I used to have all kind of tools when I now start off doing this thing. When you get to understand, you only have tools where you need. The rest is waste of money. Because you ain't using that. So we don't buy tools and I use it now. Everything Jiggaman buying is to use on the job. On the job. And if you do have something and you have to improvise, you have to know how to use every tools, not just one thing alone. That is what plenty people feel of doing our work. You need too much of special things to do something simple. You understand? And that is plenty man failure. Jiggaman already gone through them things. We know the best and we know the worst when it comes to technician work. Yep, we know the best. I know the best when I see it, man. I know the best, man. I know somebody who will take pride in their work. I know somebody is complete at work, proper. I just come out here with this proper talk to this slang, you know. This proper talk. Let's be serious thing. I never come out with that fast slang. That is how I just work proper. Everybody know me that before I come up on the video with that talk, people already know me as that. I just do my thing proper. I don't do no halfway thing. See, when I done with this work it is what it is, and it is what it's supposed to be, and nothing else. So actually, all I see in this thing, kind of live here. That is nice. That is very good. Yeah. And these little things that I'm here we saw right in here, them little things that them they will cause serious problem when the machine get hot. The soldering will separate from the PCB, and it will cause short circuit, and other things could happen to the main board. And we want nothing to happen to the main board because you cannot repair that main board. You have to change it. So the main board is working right now because of the TV is blinking on a red light, so we know that main board is functioning. Especially around the IC. Oh, this is professional soda, you know. This is no gimmicks thing, eh? Okay. So that is why it's soda and live default. You see that live there. That is professional soda. That is not no plating. Alright. See another thing right here. Right, so we finished. Saw that. So it look clean and nice, it look healthy, proper thing. Right? So we end up changing all the big capacitor on the switch itself. Yes, we end up putting a little slight biggish capacitor, bigger than the previous one. Because why? Because this capacitor very small for that kind of strain. So instead of 1,000 microfarads, we put 2,200 microfarads. So she should perform better than usual. You know what I mean? So, yep. And these rest are capacitors and them here is these fellas and them here. underneath the board. Look proper, you see that? Right? So we is going to put this back in the TV and try it out. But before we try out anything, now we say we had also clean this board. So this board here, we will clean this board before we put anything in it. Before we put back the power supply on the TV, and then we'll clean all this board real clean, and we will get back to it when we done clean this board and hook back up the power supply. Alright? So stay tuned for the next part. So we put back the power supply on the TV now. So he's going to test out that power supply to see if that TV is working now or not. Okay. And there we see a solid red light. There we see a solid red light now. So he's going to press power and see if it make a difference. Yep. Light turned blue. That is good. We see if we see an image or something. Let's see. Yep, we just got an image. Proper thing. Yeah. Yep, look at that. Successful fix again. You seeing that? Alright. So we will close up the TV and test it back out to make sure everything is working, right? So there we see a picture there, so that's a good sign. We'll put back the cover on the TV, whatever, and test it back out. Pull the TV mount back up now to perfect. So he's going to plug it on now and see what's taking place. Okay. Now we see the red light pop on. That is good. No red light blinking at all. You see that, right? No red light blinking at all. So he's going to press power now. When power is going. Alright. Okay, it turned blue. Let me see. Oh, and here we have it. Proper thing. Yes. Proper thing. Just that glare outside there. Yeah, that glare thing up the TV. Alright, but there we have it. Proper thing. Alright, and next successful one again. Alright, so this customer will be well pleased because they could see that screen again. Alright, proper thing. And it's working very good. Perfect. Screen is showing nice. That is very good. Clean picture. The screen have one or two little dirty spot and thing, you know, but yeah. Proper thing, man. Yep. Right. So I hope all you see how to fix that LCD power supply, that LCD TV. That is our LCD. Yeah, that's our LCD TV. Yeah. I hope all you see how to fix that power supply. I hope all you learn something there. Right? And that video are all the thing what is going with that TV. So I hope all you enjoyed that video. And I hope, as I say, somebody learned something from it. Right? Because as I could see them video and them I doing there are no fancy tool in that. No, it are no fancy tool at all. I just deal normal thing, man, normal thing. Yeah. We don't need all that thing in a boy. We don't need all of that thing. Right? When you get accustomed with that work, well then yeah. So you have to get accustomed with that.